Something I was thinking about today. We haven't talked about it at all, right? I've spoken with some of you all about it on social media, but I haven't talked about it all here on the channel, and I'm really surprised that I haven't. What is the super powerful materia that Yuffie wants to steal from Shinra? What could it be, right? What could it be? So, I've got some theory. I've got three theories, right? I've got three theories on what it could be. But to start with, I want to say shout out to Revlamon on Twitter. He actually got this conversation started with me like just a few days ago, and he really stoked my creative juices thinking about this. So I've got one theory that a lot of people have been thinking about. I've got one idea based on what we've seen in the game, and then I've got another idea that was just some kind of off the wall bonkers idea that I had. And it could be four, right? It could be four different things, not three, excuse me. So, first one. Everybody's like, it's Knights of the Round. And I'm like, no. But could it be? It could be Knights of the Round. It could be a summon. It doesn't say what kind of materia it is. It could very well be a summon. We don't know yet. I don't think it's going to be Knights of the Round just because I'm still holding out hope. I'm hoping it's not Knights of the Round because I'm still holding out hope that we get my whole Knights of the Round side quest. And I really hope that's the thing, because I hope Knights of the Round, if you don't know, I've got this idea that Knights of the Round, when you get out into the open world, is going to be this whole kind of thing where you find like the different tombs of the 13 knights that make up the Knights of the Round. And the first tomb, or before you get to the first tomb, you find like an empty materia, or like a summon materia that doesn't like quite work for some reason. And you go to the first tomb, you battle the first knight, and he grants you his power, and he becomes a part of the materia. As you go through the world, you find the different tombs. Now, before I go any further, yes, I know I'm reaching. I know this probably isn't going to happen. I know it's another crazy Ray theory, you know what I mean? But, bear with me, because I think it's a cool idea. You might think it's a cool idea, too. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But I think it's a cool idea I want to share with you all. You go to the different, you find these different tombs all throughout the world. Some in obscure places, some outside, or maybe in cities and stuff, or towns that were built around the tomb or whatever. The 13 knights were the 13 Cetra that defeated Genova, so they have a history with Genova, right? So at the end of the game, if you get all 13 knights, and of course the last knight will be Arthur, you have to fight him. He'd be a hella crazy boss fight, right? This also gives you more depth to the game because it gives you all these optional boss fights that you can do. I don't want it to be like, hey, let's mate a couple of birds and take the gold bird to this cave and you got Knights of the Round. I want it to be harder. I want it to be harder than that. I want to be hard, you know what I mean? I want it to be tough. I want to feel like I accomplished something. Like it's a gold trophy on PSN when you get Knights of the Round when it's all said and done. But basically, if you get Knights of the Round, they've got former business with Genova. They know how to beat Genova. So if you've got all 13 knights, you summon Knights of the Round fighting Genova at the end of the game. Whenever the end of the game happens to be, it's a win. It's just a win. They just like bam, 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 bam. They all take their turns and whoop up on Genova. And the way Final Fantasy VII Remake's summons work, it would be really awesome to see them all kind of flying around the field like you remember how in Advent Children, Cloud's Omni Slash, he would almost disappear, grab a different piece of the sword and come back, grab another piece of the sword and come back. Like, I could see Knights of the Round being something like that, where one knight gets their turn for like 5 or 10 seconds and then does their big move and fades out. And the next one comes in, and then it repeats this process until either all 13 have gone or the summon meter is over or something like that, right? And then they all 13 have like a big attack, because the summons, when they disappear or when the summoner dies or gets knocked out, they do their big attack and they leave, right? All 13 knights could come together and do one major attack and then leave. I think that would be dope. Let's make that happen. Come on, Square Enix. I know y'all ain't done with that game yet. Let's put that in there. But anyway, okay, so that's what I hope Knights of the Round is. That's why I hope she's not after Knights of the Round, right? Okay, so squash that. Next one, and this one is based on just me thinking like out there. Maybe it's a materia we don't know anything about yet. Maybe it's a materia that we don't know. It's a brand new materia in the game. Who knows what it could be? It could be some kind of crazy, wild, powerful support materia. It could be some kind of crazy, wild magic or command materia. We don't know. I mean, like when I played Final Fantasy VII OG, like I would put a lot of like command materia on Yuffie, like steel and double cut and stuff like that. So I know a lot of people used her that way. Maybe it's a command materia we don't know about. So, but I'll scratch that one real quick. That seems kind of like maybe not happening. So, the other one is based on what we've seen in the game. That scene where Scarlet has got her feet up on the guy and she's like kind of almost like getting off watching this materia being developed or whatever. The orange materia in those tanks, I think that's the huge materia. I think they're creating the huge materia. And I think I'd probably say 50 to 60% positive that's what probably Yuffie's after, because we saw it in the game already. We know that is in Shinra Tower. That is in the R&D area of Shinra Tower. And there were 3 pieces. There may have been more in some other tubes, but I think there were 3 pieces of huge materia in there. I'd say 60% positive that's what Yuffie's after. Now, my pick, I think she's after, and I only say this because I feel like this is the most powerful magic materia in Final Fantasy VII. I think there is Ultima materia in Shinra Tower. And I say that because in the trailer it shows Yuffie like juggling like a green materia or whatever, you know? So I think that's a hint that it might be a green materia that she's after. Not that she's got it in that scene or nothing else to base that on. But I feel like it could be a green materia, and what better green materia to go after than Ultima? So I'm 50 to 60% on board with it being like the huge materia. Like I'm more thinking it's going to be the huge materia, but I'm also 40 to 50% thinking maybe it's Ultima. Maybe it's Ultima. I hope it's not Knights of the Round, because I really want my Knights of the Round idea to come true. My Knights of the Round dream for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's make it true. Let's do it. Y'all start tweeting at Square Enix and tell them my idea and tell them that's what they need to be doing. Only because I think it would add a whole lot of depth to that. Now, I've got a whole lot more crazy ideas for what I would want the Knights of the Round to be. I might do a video on it altogether, but just crazy lore I came up with in my head and just like went full 100% crazy writer artist brain with it, you know. But let me know what you all think. What's she after? What are her and Sonen after in Shinra Tower? What are they doing in Midgar? Why are they there to rob the materia? And what intel do they have? And who is it from? Who is the intel from? Could it be Kunsel? Could it be Kunsel? Could it be Singh? Could Singh, you know, be working through some of his former subordinates for Crisis Core? Anybody? Cisne, maybe? Cisne, maybe hanging out with Wutai, maybe hanging out with Zack and Wutai. So where did she get the intel? Who's the rat? Who's the rat within Shinra that slipped Wutai the intel, and Yuffie's going to steal the big materia? So that's something to think about. But y'all have a great day. Enjoy the end of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of the weekend today. Y'all keep rocking. Be safe. Be good out there. Be good to each other. And I will see you all in the very next video.